Chorus in Australia.
I ain't never going home, 'cause I'm having a good time. I ain't never going home, 'cause my time is come.
Home is a track from the new Erasure album Chorus, and a place Vince and Andy can only dream of on their marathon 5-month world promotion tour. The final leg is Australia, first stop Melbourne, where having arrived at midnight, they went straight into a day of newspaper interviews, followed by a visit to the 7 network for a live performance on the top-rated show Tonight Live with Steve Vizard. And while an exhausted Vince makes final preparations to the hired equipment, an equally exhausted Andy has the compulsory makeup applied, this being one of the few quiet moments they've enjoyed all day. But all too soon...
Okay, do the guys want to come down for the show?
Then it's time for the host to do his bit, as he introduces the band to the as yet unconquered Australian audience.
Hi, welcome back. I love you. Musical Like Tonight achieved great success in the UK, Europe, and drew huge crowds in their recent American tour. Tonight, singing Perfect Stranger from their chart-topping album Chorus, which looks like that. Please welcome Erasure.
Maybe I should grow up. Would I feel confined to the same space? Or would I feel that I talked myself into a corner? I see the sky move above me, but I just can't take control. What a sweet sensation. Whoa.
Straight afterwards, a quick thanks to the Melbourne-based record company reps, then it's into the car and back to the hotel in the hope of catching up on some sleep as the body clocks desperately try to overcome jet lag. But all too soon again, it's back to the airport and on a flight to Sydney. So why take on such a gruelling schedule?
Pass.
I mean, did you plan to spend 5 months on the road doing promotions?
Yeah, we agreed. I mean, the international department come up and said, you know, what will you do? And we said we'd do everything we possibly could this time, because usually we're touring, and we decided not to tour and do this instead. It sells more records. I mean, gigs, you know, it's for us, it's not necessarily money making, and it's you do it for your ego, really. Satisfy your ego.
But while a live performance may boost the ego, it has to be said that sometimes a sellout crowd enjoys it too.
It's not the way you lead me by the hand into the bedroom. It's not the way you draw your clothes upon the bathroom floor. Been thinking about you, I just couldn't wait to see. Putting my arms around you, free falling ecstasy. Ooh, sometimes the truth is harder than the pain inside. Yeah. Ooh, sometimes it's a broken heart that decides.
One of the pluses of a whistle-stop world tour is the discovery of potential new audiences, like the relatively untapped continent of South America.
It's our best. Not the best market, but the best reception that we have anywhere is in Argentina, which we didn't even know until we went and played there for the first time. We played 40,000 people in a football stadium. We'd never played there before, you know, and I don't think, I mean, our fan club there is 90,000 people, and we only sell 20,000 records because it's, they can't afford it, you know, so they all join the fan club and all get all the information and probably borrow the tapes from their friends and stuff, you know. But they're really sweet.
And with that kind of reaction already, it's surely only a matter of time before the band...
Never had a point of view, 'cause my
Day 2 of Erasure's Australian visit, and while the locals enjoy a sunny spring day, it's business as usual for the band, for the first of 14 scheduled interviews. And even for professionals, that's a daunting prospect.
The worst thing is when you do an interview and you're given the same old answers to the same old questions, is that there's someone there that you've been with all the time as well, then it gets embarrassing. Because you can pretend while you're on your own, but when there's someone watching you, then you feel really false. You know, it's a problem.
I think as well as when they, you step off the plane or something, and they give you your itinerary with all the stuff listed down, you think, oh God, there's no way I'm going to do all that, And then 3 days later, and you've done it, and you kind of think,
Does the style, I mean, you say the same old answers to the same old questions, does the style of interviewing change? I mean, we've seen you doing a few TVs and radios here, and some of the DJs are fairly up and manic and what have you. I mean, does the style change? Or?
I think, I definitely think that there are people who are really good interviewers, and they do ask the same questions, but for some reason, they make the questions sound interesting, and they lead you into an interesting answer. It's a real art. So big, make them up.
we can tell.
You just
Can you introduce me to a couple of these people? Yeah,
we're so anti-rock, If you
Meet a DJ or the person that's doing an interview, and you think they're a real pig, you just don't want to communicate with them at all, so you don't.
Better music today, FM. I'm Malcolm Paul, and right now in the studio, Andy Bell, Ben Sky from Erasure, who've come out from London, who are a little subdued, they're a little shy, but we're going to get him on the microphone. We're going, hooray! Yay, Andy, go Andy. Actually, and your next release is going to be Love to Hate You. They nod.
Has been already.
However, if doing the interviews isn't always a barrel of laughs, the end result is, of course, promotion of the record, and that, it seems, is still a source of satisfaction and pleasure.
That's one of the best things, is hearing your song on the radio. Out of anything.
But while the boys enjoy radio airplay, it seems their enthusiasm for the medium of video remains somewhat lacking.
And the first video we did was really funny because we did it, storyboard it ourselves, and it was our first video, so a lot of attention was paid to it. Not anymore though. And there's so many crap videos now, it's unbelievable. So, so much sexism goes on.
You said you have got slightly more involved in recently.
We decided because all the licensees complained about how bad our videos were.
Yeah, that we were really boring.
So they said how cheap they were, which they were, and how uninterested we looked, which we were. So, I mean, that's all part of this promotion package, show a bit more interest.
Yeah.
Well, while there's undoubtedly public interest in the videos and the band are planning more, there's still a suspicion that this song's title could well sum up their attitude to the whole video concept.
Wandering through the back roads, and the rain comes rushing down to resolve your love for this man in his 20s. Am I right? Am I wrong? Or am I just dreaming?
The current single from Erasure, Am I Right?, asks questions pertinent to their position in an industry that can often seem to have little to do with music and leaves them facing a catch-22 situation.
As you sell more records, it's the business side moves in more and more. You don't get more time. You get less and less time. And suddenly you meet people who do marketing. There wasn't marketing involved before. You just made a record and sold it. I don't know. That gets depressing sometimes.
So there's little doubt that actually writing and performing the music is what the band are interested in, and the interviews and autograph signings are almost a necessary evil.
Well, I just think the pop star myth should be exploded, really, because we're all the same. And people make too much money and still go on and make more you know, and do advertising, which is something that we've always said we'd never do, or have sponsorship, you know, because you don't need to. I mean, you make enough money by selling your records. You know, why should you go and persuade some kid to kind of spend his pocket money on something that's going to damage his health, you know?
And to support those views, the band have already proved their ability to match the best of the opposition live without sponsorship.
I loved sporting our space helmets and acting as if there was no oxygen left. That was really good. That was good fun. Yeah.
Also, I really enjoyed when he had a space opera that was shaped like a snail.
Yeah.
On the last tour, and that was I always enjoyed him flopping across,
That was my
bouncing
Brian.
across, Brian the snail, bouncing across the stage. That was really good.
But I just love getting so totally carried away that you're oblivious to us, to even the audience being there. You know.
So you just get out there and enjoy yourselves on stage. I mean, because you run about the place like a mad thing type of thing, whereas you're fairly static on the stage. But, I mean, do you get as much enjoyment out of it as Andy appears to do?
I've got a little mini bar. You see, billboard.
But I think it's much more scary and much more frightening and nerve-wracking to be standing there. You know, it's like to try and expel some of this nervous energy by running around, you know, and I think Vince is going to do more of that.
Well, there'll obviously be some discussion over that, but plans for the next spectacular are already in progress.
We're hoping to do more of a kind of audience participation show.
And how will that manifest
We
itself?
can't say. It's a secret.
There'll be lots of surprises, though, you know, and it's not going to be like any rock show or pop show really that's been seen so far. And it'll be
Everybody
much,
says that, though.
Well, I know everybody says that, I know, but it'll be much more akin to I don't know, like Crackerjack or something, yeah.
Yeah.
All you TVAMers, you better come. Including Lorraine.
Well, that all starts in June next year. Meanwhile, here's something to be going on with.